Black. Aetherblade Agent. Draw cards. 1/1 Death Touch for 2. Okay. Archpriest of Shadows. 5 mana, 4/4. Backup 1, Death Touch. Whenever this creature deals command damage to a player or battle, turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So you play it on 5, you give +1/+1, Death Touch, and that ability to your creature, it attacks. You can get something back. And that card's kind of scary. There's the Angel that does the same thing in white. Does blue have a backup rare like that? Is it a cycle? Because white has the Baneslayer Angel that kind of does 5 mana 4/4. Backup 1. I'm not sure blue has one. Alright, that card seems pretty mediocre for constructed though. Ayara, Widow of the Realm. Black 1, free, elf noble, legendary creature. So another potential legends for the legend deck. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Deals X damage to target opponent or battle, and you gain X life for X sacrifice permanent's value. 6 mana. Or 5 mana. 4/4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, return up to 1 target artifact or creature from your graveyard to the battlefield against these. So you sack a bunch of stuff and you flip it and you bring them back. Sacrifice center. It's kind of bad. Feels like that creature needs a come into play trigger to be good. A little something extra. It was really good in limited. Wasn't like +1/+0 indestructible for 2 mana, or was it lifelink 2 until end of turn? Maybe I had lifelink 2. So you trade lifelink for +1/+0 equipment. Not bad. I love Gav set review. Kind of bad, not good enough, terrible. Bloated Processor. Free 2 for black and 2. Sacrifice another Phyrexian. Put a +1/+1 counter on Bloated Processor. When Bloated Processor dies, incubate X for X its power. Doesn't seem that great. Breach the Multiverse. I'm going to be casting a lot of Breach the Multiverse, I hope. 7 mana sorcery. Each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield near your control, then each creature you control because it picks in this. Yeah, I was comparing that card to the 6 mana cards that people used to play for the mid-range mirrors. So it was 1 less mana, but it costs you life. Just 7 mana win the game. I mean, there's a bunch of expensive win the game cards already. Like there's Atraxa, Herd Migration. That card especially good. Command the Dreadhorde, yeah. Yeah, only TV. Told you can start with yours whenever you're ready. I don't know, that card doesn't strike me as anything special. Breach in a Titan's Nest deck sounds fun. Yeah, maybe in other formats, or if you're really bringing back something like insane, but Collective Nightmare. Black into instant convoke. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Alright, this card seems bad. Assuming that card's bad. Can you get Emrakul? I think so. Wait, which Emrakul? Oh, you mean it doesn't reshuffle? You get it right away? Hmm. Is it just Village Rights? Except you can play more now. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. Do we have Village Rites in Standard right now? Is it still Deadly Dispute? Neither. I mean, Deadly Dispute is mostly a better Village Rites. Not always, but overall I would say it is. Village Rites isn't in Standards. There's a Sag deck. Choo Beans played a Ragdos Sag deck. You can sack Slasher, you can sack... not sure. Alright, Deadly Duration. 4 mana, it's Vraska's Contempt, except it destroys and doesn't exile, and instead of gaining 2 life, you get a treasure token, which is arguably better than 2 life. Vraska's Contempt saw a lot of play at some point, but the exile part was pretty big. Of course, probably not good enough. Okay, bunch of bad commons. Anvil deck might become good in Standard. Yeah, it might already be good. What was in Juju Bean's Standard deck? Jake Beardsley, Gabriel Maxon, that's Spider Space. Qualified for the PT, qualified for the PT. Jordan Berkowitz. Straight from did he not? Oh, yeah. Nixtalis, Flaviana Vavale. Okay, so he was. I guess Delhi is probably just not legal in Standard right now. This deck doesn't really want Village Rites. Alright, Glistening Deluge. Black 1, sorcery. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. Creatures that are green or white get an additional -2/-2. So -3/-3. Decent against Toxic, even though they have a bunch of 4 mana creatures. So it's actually a card you could play like. And double black against for Legends is really hard to get, especially early on. Oh, not really hard, but pretty hard, not consistently. Or Ragdos. So it's like a one-sided sweeper. White or green. I mean, this is like rough for soldiers. Like if ever you wanted soldiers to be a thing, they get a few that like I don't know that they needed to do that. Were they just worried that toxic would be too good? Kills your own Skrell, Harbin, and Bank. Yeah, so it's better in Ragdos. Morning all. Soldiers was not the deck choice for this weekend. Sorry you didn't do well, Everett. Alright, I mean, Glistening Deluge is like fine for standards. Maybe even Pioneer. It's just mostly worse than Path of Peril, right? If you're playing a control deck. Kills a Greasefang. And the Chariot tokens. Killed Greasefang, the 2/1, the Chariot tokens. Doesn't kill the Angel tokens. Doesn't kill Adeline, bad in Pioneer. Adeline's overrated. Grafted Butcher. Four mana, second artifact or creature, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, activate only as a sorcery. Then your other person gain menace until end of turn when it enters the battlefield, and it's a crusade. I mean, that card's good if the white-black deck, we were like... So, if there's an incubate deck, it would most likely be white-black. What did I do? So that card would probably... Just like listing them to see if there's actually potentially enough good cards to make an incubate deck. Why would you use this over Witch's Vengeance? I don't know if you have your own creatures, but I don't know. In Witch's Vengeance, creature type. 8 mana, Dragon, Convoke, Flying. I mean, maybe. Maybe there's some creature deck that wants that as its stop in for some reason. I doubt it. It's not awful. 8 mana, even though it's Convoke still a lot. Ichor Drinker. Black, 1/1 lifelink, Phyrexian Vampire. 1 black. Exile it from a graveyard, incubate 2. So there's your second 1-drop, potentially playable 1-drop to go as Exarch. You don't have the white-black fast land, right? In standard, it's like allied colors. It's kind of a shame. 1/1 lifelink for one's not that great. The ability's like super trivial too. Like pretty weak, even in a dedicated incubator deck. Ooh, Mind Rot. 4 mana Mind Rot. Probably not good enough, whatever it does. Wait, there's Drink twice? Did I miss that? Think twice, Drink twice. Alright, this one's kind of okay, right? 6 mana. When it enters the battlefield, choose one or both. Destroy all legendary creatures, destroy all non-legendary creatures. Defense 4. You get a free 6 Menace Death Touch. When it attacks, remove all counters from up to one target permanent, so it like kills a planeswalker on attack. At the end of your upkeep, if you haven't dealt combat damage since your last turn, you draw a card on the user alive. If you haven't dealt combat damage since your last turn. I don't really get it. But I guess when you're attacking battles... Oh, that counts as combat damage, right? Also do Memory for limited? No, probably not. 6 mana. Pretty good against the Legends deck and in the Legends deck. Grixis has what? Has Sheoldred. If the board has stalled, you get to draw a card. Okay, thank you. Unsealable Monarch. Mean of your upkeep if you haven't been dealt... Oh, been dealt damage. For some reason I misread it. Okay.
Gotta unlock the pigeons. Yellow, what pigeons?
Hey, Jay Shimmer, thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate the support. Welcome back. I mean, 6 mana for a sweeper is a lot, so you need to play it in a creature deck, right, for it to be good. Like, does Grixis want that as a sideboard card against Legends? Kills your own Sheoldred. This is all awkward. This is like Urza's Blast for standard and in black. Urza's Furning Blast. Too hard of a battle to flip after nuking your own board. Nice for commander. Did we pass the red cards? No, not yet. Alright, that card seemed like kind of not very exciting, but maybe. Target creature in opening control gets -13/-13 flash. 4 mana, pretty much unconditional removal spell. I mean, exiling would probably be better, but Deluge of the Dead, 5 mana, 5 defense. It's an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 black zombie tokens, and then for 3 mana, you can exile target card from a graveyard if it was a creature card. So it's late game win con. But I mean, it's good in an aggressive deck. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's really good in an aggressive deck. You kill their creatures, you kill it, you get 2/2/2s, and then you keep making. I don't know. Seems kind of nice. Is it too expensive to be good? Is this mythic? Yeah. Any battles good for constructed? The white one? The 2 mana white one that taxes a spell in their hand and then flips to pump your creatures. Five is kind of still hard to flip, but no black deck will ever play this over Sheoldred. Could be your win con. You kill a creature, it just chills there forever. At some point you attack it somehow, or if you're playing burn spells. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's not very good. Assuming the uncommon one's not gonna be good. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn, draw a card. Battlers are worse the more battles you have. Ravenous Rats. Ravenous Rats, who knows? Pylon, Convoke, 4 mana, destroy target creature, planeswalker, surveil 2. Destroys, you get a surveil 2, and it has Convoke. It's pretty versatile, it's a little expensive. Wasn't there a card like that? Exact same card but without Convoke? I agree it's not great, but you're comparing it to creatures when you should compare it to removal. It's different deck slots. I don't necessarily agree. Dark Volrath, I think it's more important to compare cards to the mana cost than to what it's doing. I think it's not a bad reasoning to be like Sheoldred is a 4 mana card or Invoke Despair is a 5 mana card. I think that's actually a good way to go about it. In general, I mean, obviously some decks don't really want a Sheoldred, or some decks don't really need a 4 mana removal, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, it was E to Extinction. 4 mana instant, exile target creature, planeswalker, surveil 1. I mean, there's some stuff that needs to be exiled, right? You've got AO that sees play, the dragons that see play, the new blue-black dragon and stuff, so I'm not sure I'm buying something like that to be good. Any black cards so far that we're a little excited about for Or even just standard? Like nothing? And Grafted Butcher for the theme deck, and that's it. Render Inert, 3 mana, sorcery. Remove up to 5 counters from target permanent, draw a card. Oh, that's a card that kills a planeswalker. What else does it kill? This is good against Bangbuster, right? What happens? Like, kill Bangbuster, draw a card. Plays well with battles too. Excited for the backup card, the creature. It's scary. I mean, it does some stuff, but seems maybe a hard setup. It doesn't kill it, but it turns it into, like, they didn't draw any cards off it, they didn't get the token. They start that card up the way there. Kills. Oh yeah, how does it work against Fable? It kills the Fable, they keep the 2/2. Don't they get the token in treasure? No, I think they need to activate it, the last ability. Just resets the Fable. Oh, it's not very good. So what is it really good against them? Just planeswalkers? Play it on your own spells? Battles, yeah. Battles and planeswalkers. Maybe a sideboard card? Yeah, or in your battles deck. Thing in the ice. 2 mana kill spells for planeswalkers. I mean, there's not that many. Let's move on. Oh, 1 mana, 0/1. Stack this creature, draw a card, back up 1. So you give. Ooh, Sheoldred. 5 mana, 4/5 menace. When it enters the battlefield, each open. If I skip something or someone feels like I went too fast over a card, just feel free to let me know in chat. Don't be shy. Sheoldred Exile, Fateful Absence. Yeah, that's true. Well, drawing a card is nice though, but Sheoldred, 5 mana, 4/5 menace. When it enters the battlefield, each one sacrifices a non-token creature or planeswalker. Not bad, I guess. 5 mana, exile it, then return it to the battlefield, transform, activate only if no one has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Not that hard in the late game. For each opponent, destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that players control. Each opponent discards 3 cards and mills 3 cards, but all the creature cards from Ulgrotha. It's a slow I win the game card. 4 mana. So it's like the Invoke Despair slot, or the AO slot, or the... Unironically, yeah, card is fair and balanced. Sheoldred, very underrated. I think the Eldest Reborn took a while to catch on. The Eldest Reborn was never like super busted, but it was a good role player. It kind of sucks that they just have a Fable in play, and you don't even get their Fable. Kind of sucks that it just gets a Skrell. It is good against doesn't die to Igandra, doesn't not really a great target for Auto Aura. I don't know, it's not super exciting. It could be fine. Can you blink it? Can you blink it in standard in a realistic way? Like, any good cards that blink? The Angel, yeah, that's not very good. 8 cards in hand, it's in their graveyard. The backside of Invasion of Innistrad goes off, was it? What? I don't get it. Invasion of Amonkhet. Bad, bad, bad. Each player mails 3 cards, then you return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Could be good in limited. Destroy target creature with power fearless. Alright, so black is like super underwhelming. Like, not a card I think we got excited about. It's like not even like, you know. 1 mana, 1/1, 2 tap, second artifact or a land, draw a card. Meh. Beamstone Beatstick.